aging, towards healthy aging. So what is OT? Yes, Sheldon did tell you all something about occupational therapy, but it is a healthcare profession, and it will help you to solve the problems that interfere with your ability to do the things that are important to you. At this stage in life, what is important to you? You want to relax, you want to meet with your friends, you want to go out for a cup of tea or for a dance. If you are younger as a student, what is important for you is to be able to sit in a classroom, listen, take down notes. And if you were a working adult, what is important for you is to be able to go to a job and do it. OT can also help you prevent a problem or minimize its effects. And how do we do it? We teach you some skills, simple skills for the job of living. All of us have a job, and that is to live. So we're going to, as an OT, we will teach you some skills for this job. According to World Health Organization, WHO, what is healthy aging? It's optimizing opportunities. Whatever opportunities are there, you optimize for good health so that you can take an active part in society and enjoy being independent as much as you can and have a good quality of life. So what are you going to be independent in? Your activities of daily living. You're able to dress yourself, bathe yourself, do other independent activities, shopping, housework, etc. Why is this stuck now? Hang on now. Screen seems to have been stuck. Okay, so what is this aging process? When somebody ages, we age biologically, that is our physical maturity. You know, the vision goes down, the hearing goes down, our muscles and bone age. We also have a psychological aging, means as we age, we are able to adapt to a lot of changes. We get a little more intellectual skills come up. We're more emotionally balanced. Sociological ages is what the community looks at you. They will say that you are a retiree now, and they have different expectations from you. So this is the whole process of aging. Now, when you age, your health is a little different from normal people or younger people. They are usually the disease that you have or any illness, they are superimposed. There never is a single health issue. It's usually something along with the other things. You will have a regular diabetes or hypertension. Inclusive will have some aches and pains, but you will be dominated by a chronic rather than an acute illness. The social context, the neighborhood, the grandchildren, they all expect different things from you. And from the society, they will think of you in the older age as somebody who is old-fashioned, who is forgetful, who is rigid. And that is why you also think of yourself in that way. So let's see what, as an OT, what we can do for you. As an occupational therapist, we look at this trilogy, 3 parts: the body, mind, and the spirit or the soul. And we have 3 approaches, which is preventive, what y'all are doing right now. Accommodative, you maintain what is there, you prevent a decline. Accommodative is if something is wrong with you, you have a backache or you have some problem, we will teach you some compensatory strategies. And restorative is if you are totally unable to do something, so we will have some rehab techniques. So I will walk you through each of this, the body, mind, and spirit, and let us see how best we can learn from it. These are the tried and tested ones. When somebody tells you how to get healthy, they will say body weight, stay away from alcohol, smoking, don't eat this, don't have stress, do all these things, eat and rest and music and laughter and whatever. These are the tried and tested, and they are not wrong. It's nice if you're able to do that. But let us go a little deeper and see. So when we look at the body, the physical aspect, we should realize that when we age from our feet upwards. collapse. That is how aging starts. Most of us are more concerned about the wrinkles on our face or the gray in our hair. That is one aspect, but we must keep our feet strong. Why? Because our feet are the pillars of the body. It is bearing the weight of the body. And they're going to carry you everywhere. If your legs are strong, you're able to be mobile. You can go out, you can participate in so many things if you take care of your legs. So you must keep walking and do exercise, especially for the legs. If that is done, you will also be a little more stable and you will help prevent falls. So you won't trip so easily. You won't have a fall. You won't have a fracture. Everybody is worried about getting a fracture and having a fall. In inclusive with this body, you must also take care of your back. That is, have certain good postures so that, you know, we don't tend to stoop as we age. Most of us tend to have a little bit of a back bend, upper back bend, and we tend to slouch in our chairs. So those have to be avoided. We will take falls in detail. Why do falls happen? Falls happen right through your age. As a child, as a mid-school, you're not paying attention to where you walk. You've lost your balance. You've tripped on something. So there are three factors which are responsible for fall. The first is the physical. You know, our vision goes as you age. So maybe you don't see small stones and pebbles when walking. Your balance is gone because your core, your tummy and your back muscles are gone weak. Your legs have gone weak. So you're likely to have a fall. Behavioral is when we don't pay attention to where we are walking. You know, you're thinking of something, you're not looking down, and that's how you trip. Just like the environment, you will have some floors and some steps, and we're not paying attention to it, and that is how you have a fall. The footwear is of prime importance. Why? Because one needs to have proper footwear when walking. Yes, you can have high heel shoes and whatever, but your foot has to be secure in it. It shouldn't have, you know, when you have these thin straps on your footwear and they don't have a proper ankle strap, any pebble under your foot and your foot is likely to be, ankle is likely to be strained. So when you're buying footwear, see that it is secure. It could have a heel, but see that it is secure. So these are some of the risks. If you don't have a proper footwear, you can trip and fall. If you have these hazards in your home, you can trip and fall. If you try putting things in a risky behavior, like not having trying to climb on stools which are not stable, you can have a fall. If the floor is wet, you can have a fall. So what do you need to do about it? You need to reduce the risk. So go to your doctors, check with your medication, see if some of the medication that you're receiving has a result in which you're feeling a little giddy. Check your vision regularly, get a good sleep. And once you're active and exercise regularly, your balance will be much better. Okay, so at this point, I would like all of you all to look at this picture. And if you have some answers to share with everybody, just put your hand up and Sheldon will unmute, or you can unmute yourself and write. I want you to tell me from this picture, supposing this is your bedroom, what do you see that you feel are fall risks here? Where would you fall? Where would you trip? And why would you do so? So I would like some answers from you. Either you put your hand up and answer.
You can unmute yourselves. You can
unmute and answer.
The foot mat.
Foot mat. Yes. What about the foot mat?
You can trip on the foot mat.
You can trip on the foot mat. It's not flat. It's got an edge up. Yes. What else?
The bed sheet.
Yeah, the bed sheet. Yes, the bed sheet. It's right down, so you can fall on that. What else?
The shoes next to the table.
Sorry?
The shoes next to the table.
The shoes, yes. So you have to clear off all these things and, you know, try and avoid having all. Anything else?
There's a wire coming.
Yes. My God, you'll have got good eyesight. Huh? And I can see you're paying attention to the picture also. Well done. Sheldon, please note, they have to get a prize, whoever saw the wire.
Is it coming
I'm still
from the
searching
lab?
for the wire.
You're searching, yeah. You better join this group.
Sheldon will send my specs about.
Yeah, Sheldon.
Yeah, I'll need to
Very
wear my
good.
mom's specs now and come back.
Yes, very good. Okay, there's another one. There's another picture now.
Okay. Oh,
What could this woman be doing differently to put herself at a less of a risk for a fall?
Climbing a ladder. Not a stable stool.
standing over a
The stool is not stable.
Yeah,
Avoid
and she's
the
on top.
small stool.
Yes, yes. What
Avoid
else?
not a
stretching.
well-balanced stool.
It's not high enough.
Should
Not
she
that
be
high.
on a stool in the first place?
In the first
No.
place, be on
No.
no stool.
And
What
Stool
else?
is not very a ladder.
Stool
What
is not
else?
broad enough for her.
Avoid
One foot is
stretching.
almost off.
Stretching herself towards
Yes,
the
yes.
stool is not high enough for her to stand.
And broad
Stool
enough
is not
also.
high enough. She should not be on a stool. Yes, Barbara. you
This
raised
slide is
your
for my
hand.
mom and dad.
Oh,
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. What
that's a
else? What
sign of
else?
independence.
She's stretching forward.
Yes.
Stretching forward.
She has to
Got
stretch,
a
no?
slipper on one foot.
Correct.
Slipper.
She's got one chappal on and one is not there.
Yeah, mine is not.
What else? Which is right next to her.
There's
The
some
fridge.
time for
The vacuum
fridge.
cleaner.
It's
She
a
can fall
vacuum
on.
cleaner. Means basically if
A
she
vacuum
trips
cleaner.
Overbalances.
or tilts, she's going to hurt herself on the vacuum cleaner.
Vacuum
So when you all have your kitchens, or you have to keep whatever you're going to use on a daily basis, like your tea, coffee, sugar, and masalas and all, at a level that is easily reachable and not on top of the fridge. And even if you have something on cabinets which are above you, see that you have a proper footstool, and do that when there is somebody in the house, or you get somebody
right.
younger to do it. Because invariably you're so unbalanced, and the footstool or whatever she's standing on can easily tip. Oh, you've got somebody who's also marking. Huh?
Wow.
I know. Okay. Eileen. Okay, so these are what we call safety assessments that an OT does. So when you have a washroom, see this toilet, you have something called grab bars. So it's easier for you to get up from your toilet seat. So if you're having a bucket bath, you can also put it on a stool so that you don't have to keep bending all the time. So these repetitive movements that you do, bending, lifting, that is where your ergonomics or posture comes into picture. And that's how you may hurt your back, So you need to keep your back and abdomen strong and avoid unnecessarily bending. So we have a bucket bath, fine. Put this on a higher stool and you can have a bath. Even if you have a bed like this, you use the backrest or the footrest to get up. See that the height of the bed is not very high or not very low, depending on your height. See that the chair that you're normally seated in, when you're seated in a chair, your low back has to touch the back of the chair. And if you're short and your knees do not come ahead of the chair, put a footstool so that it takes off the stress on the low back, and you can sit comfortably. Here you see a little bit of the kitchen space also, so that you're dealing within the height of your system. And if at all you have to go a little higher, use a proper footstool and with help. So you have to look at your house and make it environmentally friendly. So this is how you can make a home safe in so many areas. There should be proper light everywhere, especially when you're walking to the toilet in the night. So the light has to be there so you can go. If you have if you have a bathroom and all, there should be a tub and all. You must have grab bars. So we come to the second aspect, which is the mind. This is a point which I think everybody is extra worried about. That includes me. The cognition, the memory, hearing loss. As we age.
Dr. Odette, just give me a minute. Dr. Odette, just give me a minute.
Yes.
Doctor, you can now unmute and talk here. Continue. Sorry. Doctor, you can unmute yourself and go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Better?
Sorry.
Can you
Yeah.
hear now? Okay. So we're looking at the mind, which is the second aspect, cognition, our understanding, and memory, something that all of us are worried about. As we age, we have hearing loss. And so if you don't hear very nicely, you're not really part of a conversation that takes place. And so you end up being isolated. You have some things also called late life depression. So what do you need to do about it? You need to be active. You need to, sorry, connect with people. You need to take notice and keep learning. So let's see how we can do all that. Oh, every time it keeps getting stuck. Hang on, huh? Just a minute. Why is it getting stuck? Okay. Okay, so how can we do it? We need to connect. So yes, socialize with people your age, mix around. Also socialize with people younger than you because they have the energy and you learn a lot from them, whether you're playing board games with your neighbor's children or whether it's your grandchildren, whoever, it's nice. Spend some time for yourself. Listen to music, do what you like best, keep your mind occupied with some crosswords or whatever, stay connected, stay socially happy, but from a distance, like what it is today. Technology, one must learn technology because that's the way you can also keep in touch with people who are far away from you. I'm giving you a slide on technology because it is absolutely of essential that you must learn a little bit of technology. In this technology, it is a boon. You know, you learn WhatsApp, you learn how to send messages, you get part of a system which everybody is part of. You keep in touch with your friends, with your family. Look at these two, look at them sharing this picture, look at them sharing whatever they have got in their WhatsApp. And the look of concentration in this elderly lady, everybody must learn. If you're on your own, you can also have apps. HelpAge India has SOS apps, medical apps. A lot of apps are available for senior citizens. So you must learn how to use them. And you can take part in activities like this, Magic Mondays and whatever. And you know how to log in, you know how to unmute, mute, put your hand up, put your hand down. You learn. Learning is essential. And this year, the United Nations theme for 2021 on the Day of the Elderly was digital equality for all. So they are very keen that the seniors also learn to be digitally able. Forgetting is an all too part of common daily life. All of us forget. It's typical. Don't worry. If we could just change our SD cards, it would be so nice, but it's not. I wish it was that easy. Okay, since we are here on memory and forgetting and all that, I just like to tell you there is normal aging memory loss. Forgetting. Yes, we forget sometimes, but you will remember it later. You may forget a word. You may forget somebody's name. You met them. You know them well enough. I've met Sheldon in the market now, and what's that, Sheldon? And I may not remember his name there and then. Don't worry. It's all part of life. You have to learn how to remember things. You may lose things. Always misplace your car keys and house keys and your specs. And then it's so difficult to find your specs without wearing your specs. So it's quite different from what is Alzheimer's or a dementia, forgetting. At some point, I don't know if it's okay with children, we will do one talk only on dementia and how it can be tackled. Okay, so there is a difference between the two. I will just give you walk you through a brief thing onto what exactly is memory. Memory is like how the computer has a RAM. the memory, your brain has this. It's your ability to recall information that has been told. So I tell you something, you are listening to me, you are able to recall part of it. So we have our 5 basic senses. We take in information through vision, through hearing, through smell, through touch. You can smell a nice bhangra being fried in the neighbor's house. How do you know it's nice bhangra? Because you have had bhangra, fried bhangra, and you know the taste. Automatically, that is a memory. It's a memory of a taste. You have seen somebody with a nice dress and you said, oh yes, this is, I used to have a dress of that pattern. So whatever it is, these are our senses. So that is how we get this information. The incoming information is from our senses. And if we don't attend to it, we don't pay attention to it, it disappears. But if we pay attention to it, it goes into something called our working memory, which is like a short term. And if we like it, we rehearse, we go and tell somebody, oh, I met so-and-so, he was wearing a blue shirt and whatever. So it has gone into your long-term memory very nicely. But you didn't remember that fellow's name, or you didn't remember anything else about that fellow. It has gone in bits and pieces in your memory. Just like when the teacher teaches you in class, you're paying attention, but not all there. So you've taken some part of that memory, but you have to rehearse, you have to encode, you have to study. Only then it goes into your long-term memory. So when you have an exam, you just kind of tap it and it comes out. But if it has not gone into your long-term, there is nothing to come out, at the time of an exam. So we do have some different types of memories, which you don't really need to bother about. So short-term and long-term is basically what you need to know. Means when you have Alzheimer's problems, it is this memory that gets affected first in dementia. So they say, no, they can remember what happened long ago, but they can't remember what I'm telling them now. That is because this part, this short-term memory, is the one that is affected. And this long-term, which has been there for a long time, still remains. Okay, and what is this long-term memory? You have ridden a bike, you will not forget. You have made cutlets with exactly that recipe. You will know all the ingredients. The skill to make round cutlets or potato chops or whatever is there. You will know exactly when you're making your bibbing, what is the consistency of the batter, and those things are there. Those are your skills. It's also a memory. So the ability to recall information is related to learning, and the retention is of acquired information. Like how you're taught in class, you remember. If there's no previous experience, there will be no learning. Okay, this is another game. Anybody can identify the lady in the middle, the picture?
Julie Andrews.
Julie Andrews.
Who is Julie Andrews? Who is she?
Sound of Music.
Who is she?
An actor.
Actress.
She's an actress. Okay.
Actress.
And there are some pictures here. Who are all these people?
The Von Trapp family from the Sound of Music.
Which is the Von Trapp family? This?
The first photo.
The first photo is not. Look at their faces. They're so dirty.
Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
My
I
favorite.
see. This is also a memory. You
The
have watched the
lowermost
movie.
right.
You have remembered something, and that is Mary Poppins. That's right. What about this picture on the bottom right?
Yeah, that is the Sound of Music.
Sound of Music. Now I'm going to ask somebody in particular who's not answering. Huh? Okay. What about this? Is that her daughter, granddaughter? Upper right.
Anne Hathaway, yes.
Wow.
Yes, Anne Hathaway is the actress. but-
Maurice, even I didn't know that.
Come on, who else knows? What is it? A movie? Is it something?
Yeah.
Which movie?
Princess
Something about
Ooh.
Princess Di. Who is answering all this?
You're watching too much of TV, huh?
Princess
Good sign.
Diaries. Yes, this is Princess Diaries. And what about this? What about the one on the bottom left? Anybody?
I forget.
Anybody seen it?
The Great Gatsby.
No.
I've seen it, but I can't remember the name.
Yeah, okay. This is a movie in which It's called Victor Victoria, and she plays both parts, both roles. And I know in one scene here, she really hits a very high note and the glass cracks.
Oh.
Yeah. So this is also a memory, and why you remember it, why it brings a smile to your face. I can see so many of y'all smiling because it's a good memory. You've seen the movie, you have enjoyed the movie, and there is a connection with it. Okay, now I'm going to give you all a test. Keep your paper and pencil ready. Are you ready? Do you look like the girl in the left who has...
Let's give 1 minute for them to get paper and pencil.
Yes. Are you all relating yourselves to the girl in the left who has studied, or you're relating yourselves to the boy on the right?
Oh. Home Alone. It's Home Alone.
Keep your paper and pencil ready. Home Alone. My gosh, you're very good. Huh? All a movie ad people here. Okay, but listen, don't use your paper and pencil now. Huh? I'm going to show you a picture. It has many pictures in the picture. So in this minute, Sheldon is going to keep a track of the time. You have to try and remember what those items are. After the minute is over, only then you can start writing down. And no cheating, huh? Sheldon, your comp is on, no? You can see who's cheating.
Yes, I can see everybody.
You can see everybody. Very good. Are you all ready?
Yes. Yeah.
On your marks. Get set.
Go.
Go. No writing now. Huh? Try and look at all the pictures and remember.
The people whose cameras are off are cheating, huh? Maybe.
Auntie Jane. No, everybody's busy looking.
Yeah.
Gemma, I can see you writing quietly, huh? Finish? 1 minute is not over?
Okay, 1 minute is done.
Okay. Now you can start writing down.
Hammer. Hammer.
You'll have to write with hands, not with mouth. Not with the mouth.
Pear.
There are so many teachers on this group. They must.
I know.
I'm using their same dialogues, whichever I remembered from my teacher.
Whose mic is on? Put it off. She's talking loud. Others will copy.
I'm gonna mute all, and doctor, you'll have to
Okay.
unmute again. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. "30 seconds left."
For what?
Within 1 minute, right? They write? No?
Oh, okay. Once they're over, they can just put their hand up or something to say.
Okay.
Okay, we can put our hand up.
The fact that they're writing means they remember everything.
Okay.
Sheldon, you were also supposed to remember.
I'm too busy monitoring them. I didn't look
That's a
at.
big excuse.
I didn't look at the screen at all. I wasn't looking
Who
at
were you
the
looking
items.
at?
I'm scrolling through everybody's face to see whether they were writing at the same time. But while the slide was up with all the items, I was looking at all the boxes to see whether who's writing and cheating.
Okay.
This
Ready?
Is the first time I'm a teacher for the teachers.
Okay. Can anybody tell me how many items there were? How many pictures there were?
4, 5, 6,
I've
7,
got
8,
12.
12. Anybody had more than 12?
Somebody said they got 15.
I saw
No,
12.
the total was 15.
Total was 15. Did anybody get 15 written down?
10,
No.
Yes.
Separate.
Anybody got 14 written down?
14.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yes.
Yes, who is this?
the nails.
13.
Nails are
Nails and
counted
a
as
hammer.
one.
Come, Angelo Alvarez. How many did you get?
Maridel.
Tail.
14. Very good. 14.
I got 14.
Okay,
Is my
start
mic
reading.
on?
Butterfly.
Maridel, just a minute, wait.
1 minute, 1 minute.
12. I've got 12.
1 minute.
No, I'll. Okay, so Maridel is going to read her 14 that she's
No,
got.
Maridel is going to read 4.
Oh, Maridel's going to read 4. Okay.
I will say
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, go ahead. 4. Any 4.
Butterfly, wool, knitting needles, pin cushion. Enough?
Yeah,
Enough.
4. Yeah.
Now the next. Anybody else?
will I say
Apple.
I say
Needles as
I
one
say-
picture.
One person, one person.
One.
Pineapple. The wool and knitting needle is one picture.
yes.
Okay, wool and knitting
Wool and
needles
knitting
is one picture.
yeah.
Okay, pin cushion.
She's already said pin cushion.
Nail,
Apple. Cherry and apple.
One at a time, one at a time. Belinda, say.
Here, the man with plants
Will
and
I
a watering
say-
can.
Yes,
Man
Belinda.
with plants,
Yes,
watering can, the apple,
yes.
grape,
Okay. Next person. Lalita.
nails, hammer,
Pineapple, cherries, nails, pineapple, cherries,
My
nails.
gosh, you are all very good.
Flyer,
pear,
man, man in the garden.
Rainbow,
and a picture.
Yes.
flowers.
So what is missing? Yes.
Rainbow, there is a rainbow, one picture was having a rainbow.
The water can.
My gosh, Sheldon, you and I have to quit this group.
Next session, how many seniors are there? 57. Next session, there'll be 55 people who are going to
Yes,
give a lecture
rainbow
to
and
us.
garden. Excellent. Shall we see the picture again?
There.
There is a
See the
picture in
picture
that,
again.
no?
Hang on. We'll see the picture again.
There is a picture with a rainbow there.
Yes.
Yeah,
these are
rainbow
the
and
rainbow.
flowers.
And a pear.
Let me see the picture again.
1 minute. I'll show you the picture again. The picture also got scared. It's gone. God knows where it's.
Into its memory
Hang on.
box.
Yeah, you're scared the picture.
Memory box.
Why is the picture gone?
Gone with the wind.
Yeah, scared. You're scared the picture.
Strong wind out.
You said you
Why
had
is
to
it
run
not
up
moving?
to make purpose of that.
Scroll higher.
You'll have to scroll on the.
Scroll on
I'm
the,
doing that, yeah, but it's just not
the
happening.
last point. Come down on that arrow.
Everyone, please don't.
Yes.
Okay. Correct? Ah,
Gone again.
Apple, wool,
yes.
Apple, wool.
water can,
Grapes, I touched on grapes.
Who got plier? Who got plier?
Higher and
Me.
pear,
Very good,
pineapple,
Nora.
rainbow. I got all this.
Now they all got all 15.
needle and thread.
This is actually Magic Monday. This is Magic Monday. How it happens. First they say 10, 12, and then by the end they have 15. Okay, I'm just going to give you a little bit of a cue. When you get something like this, you need to have them, you try and remember them in groups. Like supposing you're thinking of all the fruit. So you'll have
I did
apple,
that.
Yeah,
cherries, nobody mentioned
Pear.
cherries, pear, grape,
I
and pineapple.
had written cherries.
He wrote
Oh, very
cherries.
good.
Yeah.
So then, needlework stuff,
One, two,
needlework
These
stuff
balls
comes
I didn't know. What
together.
is it called?
What is what called?
That red ball with the, what is that?
Pin cushion.
Pin cushion.
This is a pin cushion.
Acha, pin cushion. Okay.
So this is all needlework. This needle and thread.
And wool.
This is all needlework.
Wool
Yes,
and,
this
yeah.
is all gardening. This
Man
this
with
is
gardener.
gardening. Yes,
The watering
butterfly could
can.
be in the gardening. This is all
Butterfly.
carpentry.
Yes.
So if you remember them in groups, it's easier
Easy
to remember.
Correct.
Okay, shall we move on?
Yes.
I will give a clap for all those who got 15
Yeah.
and collect your prizes from Sheldon.
Sheldon was watching
This is,
attentively.
yeah, he was the monitor. He was the monitor.
We require a dark chocolate.
I'm so happy that this is the first time I get to be a teacher for all the teachers.
Yeah.
I can take my revenge for all the teachers.
Not revenge. They outbeaten everybody. Yeah,
No,
they
my-
all had 15, all of them.
Give you a chance to take revenge.
I must not say
Magic.
revenge. I must not say my revenge because my actual teacher is there among this
Oh
group.
my goodness.
School teacher, yeah.
Don't worry,
Gemma?
you're a good
Gemma
boy.
was your teacher?
No, Miss Yolanda.
Oh no.
Okay.
You're a good boy, Sheldon.
Good boy. Yeah. Magic Monday. Okay, let's come up to the last part, which is the spirit or the soul. But all of you all are doing very well. It's our emotions and well-being that we need to be part of, need to have this part of our life also taken care of. So there's always work. Get back to those hobbies that you had thought you would do when you were younger and never had the chance to do it. Do them now. Mix around still with your friends. Dance is excellent because it not only gives you the physical aspect, it's also, oh wow, we had music also for dance. Storytelling, as a teacher, as an older person, you can tell stories, say, with your neighborhood kids once a week. They also benefit by learning to read from a book. You can tell them stories. You can just make up stories, and they love all these imaginative stories. And you can also, this will help their younger parents, give them time off for the younger parents also to see that there is somebody who will take, and it is nice when the older and the younger people mingle with each other. And all this, releases these hormones that they talk about, dopamine and endorphin and all these other happy hormones, which get released when you do all these things, when there is a little bit of a laughter and stuff. Okay, now I'm just going to touch on this. Yes, these are times of COVID, and we've had been by ourselves. Everybody has had issues, whether they are mental health or whether they are physical health, whether it's your old, younger ones losing their jobs. So we have to take care of our mind, body, and soul. Take part in some goal-oriented activities, which is the modus operandi of OT. Pray, exercise, what you're all doing, get involved in activities, tabletop games. And that will take us to healthy aging. So you take the challenge and start working to improve your own wellness as of today. After all, what is life? It's learning independence for everyday skills. We need to learn to be independent as much as we can for everyday skills. And there is no age bar for learning new things. That every time in your life, you learn new things, there are more connections made in your brain. Brain gets stimulated and you can get a little more involved in what is happening around you. Thank you for a patient listening, and thank you, Sheldon, for getting me involved in this group, and Lucille and Dr. Amit and whoever was there.
Thank you, Dr. Odette.
Alone we can do so little, but together we can do so much. So we have some contacts if you all want.
So much.
We have a Gmail for the Parkinson's Society, and we have a Gmail for dementia. If anybody is interested in sending, you need any information on anything, you can just email us, or you have my number, you can reach out to us. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Odette. Can we have a big round of applause for Dr. Odette?
Yes.
Wonderful.
I can tell you one thing. It's very difficult. It's very difficult.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Thank you, Auntie Jane. Thank you.
It's difficult to do a presentation by itself on Zoom. It's even more to make so many slides and make it interesting. For the slides that we make for our game itself, it takes so much of time. And Doctor, you had your entire presentation full of slides to make it interesting and make it easy for us seniors. So thank you very much. Big round of applause to you.
Most welcome. Anytime.
Thank you. God bless.
Thank you.
Thank you. So let's, okay.
Do they have any questions?
Yes, very important.
Yeah. One at a time.
Anybody?
You have to put your hand up, how in school, no?
Isabel, go ahead. Isabel, go ahead, yes?
I don't know, I may be wrong, and I am wrong, I think. But about this memory test, I don't know, I get the feeling that it taxes the brain too much, especially at our age. So what I use, or we are supposed to use is a memory pad, correct? And jot down every little thing to remember.
Yes, of course, that is excellent. You must always write it down. Whatever it is, you write it down. Don't keep your brain full of so many things to remember. Put it down. You're going to the market, you make a list, or you just keep a sheet of paper. I have n number of sheets on my comp over here, because as soon as I remember something, you're in the washroom or something, and you remember.
By the time you come to write, you forgot.
Keep one there also. All your ideas come when you're having a bath. And then by the time you've come out and wiped yourself, all your ideas have also gone. So, yes. So you always write it down, make a note so you know what else, and look at it. Like even on the calendar, we've always had this thing at home about remembering people's birthdays. So we have a list of all the birthdays. It's under a glass there. So in the month, when you take the calendar, just write all the birthdays on the calendar. So every day, whose birthday today? So, you don't have to say I've forgotten. Yeah, you remember, and you make the call or whatever to the person.
Just one more question.
Yes.
In Alzheimer's, long-term memory is never affected? Or does
it is. When you have dementia towards the end, yes, Sybil, we'll take your memory. Towards the end, Isabel, with dementia, the long-term memory also goes. That is in the last stages of dementia. Okay. Then you forget a whole lot of things. Your muscle memory is also there. No, your muscle knows what to do. Put your hand up, down. So all that also goes.
All that gets lost.
Oh, we have Dr. Amit here. Wow.
Thank you, Isabel.